today we've been talking about shapes being classified, shapes that can categorize by more than one name. And we said that if shapes share attributes, if they follow the same rules, they can also share the same name. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a check mark next to all the names that go with that shape. Find number one. Find number one. Put your finger on the one that says number one. What is the best name for that shape? What is the best name for that shape? If you don't know, you have a notebook full of notes that can help you. Gabriella?
Trapezoid.
The best name for that shape is a trapezoid. Oh, I don't have any of those. What else could I call that shape? It is a trapezoid, but what could be some other names? Jackson? What are the rules of a quadrilateral?
It has to have 4 sides, 4 corners, and it has to be a polygon.
Has to be a polygon, so no holes, no curves. And it has to have 4 sides and 4 corners. Do we have that?
Yeah.
Yep. Trapezoid is a quadrilateral.
Ouch.
Is this shape a parallelogram? I love that I'm seeing some of you flip back and look at the rules of a parallelogram. Because if it has the same rules, then I can call it the same name. Sabrina?
Yes.
What are the rules of a parallelogram?
4 corners and
4 corners, 4 sides. We got that.
straight sides and holes.
Straight sides, no holes. Got that.
And 2 sets of petals.
2 sets of parallel sides. Do I have 2 sets of parallel sides?
No.
How many sets do I have? 1. So does this follow all the rules of a parallelogram? Can I call this shape a parallelogram?
No.
Nope. What about a rhombus?
No.
Why? Why is this not a rhombus? Ava?
Because one of the rules are all sides are the same length.
Yes. One of the rules of a rhombus is all sides are the same length. Do I have all the same length sides?
No.
Nope. Pretty sure there's something to do with parallel lines, right?
Yeah.
Namiana, what are you thinking?
2 sets of parallel.
2 sets of parallel lines. Do I have 2 sets of parallel lines?
No.
Can I call this shape a rectangle, Colin Murphy? Why? Doesn't have 2 sets of parallel lines. What else does it not have? 4 square corners. Can I call the shape a square?
No.
No. The only other name available to it right now is quadrilateral, and its real name, trapezoid. Let's look at number 2. What shape is that? Santiago, what is the best name for number 2?
A rectangle.
A rectangle. Do I have rectangle on there? I do.
Yeah.
What's another name I could call that shape? Madeline? Quadrilateral. Very good. Anything else? Anything else? Piper? Parallelogram. Very good, because it has 2 sets of parallel sides. Quadrilateral polygon. Good. Anything else? Gabriella?
Square.
What are the rules of a square?
The rules of a square is
Rules of a square.
4 corners.
4
Square
corners.
corners. 2 sets of parallel lines. Quadrilateral. 4 equal sides. All sides are the same length.
All sides are the same length?
No.
So can I call this a square?
No, but it is a square.
It is not a square.
It has half of what it is.
Just because it has half the rules does not make that a square. A rectangle is not a square. It can be, but that one is not a square. Colin Murphy?
Rhombus.
Is it? What are the rules of a rhombus?
Quadrilateral.
Check.
And parallel sides.
Check. Oh, 4 equal sides. Do we got that going on? Nope. Squares and rhombuses. Rhombi. Is it? Rhombi? Maybe. I don't know. Squares and rhombuses, or rhombi, I don't know, have to have equal sides. Does this shape have equal sides? No. Go put water on your face. Number 3, what is the best name for that shape? Emily, what's the best name for that shape?
What?
Square. Square. Square corners, quadrilateral, polygon, 2 sets of parallel sides, all sides with equal length. What else can I call that shape? Aiden? I can call it a parallelogram. What else can I call that shape? Lindley?
A rectangle.
I can call a square a rectangle
But
because it has all the same rules. The only rules of a rectangle are quadrilateral. Check. Polygon. Check.
yes.
Square corners.
Check.
Check. 2 sets of parallel lines.
Check.
Check. A square is a special rectangle. Ariana?
Quadrilateral.
I can call it a quadrilateral. Anything else? Jackson?
Rhombus.
Can I? Read to me the rules of the rhombus.
Quadrilateral.
Check.
2 sets of parallel sides.
Check.
4 equal sides.
Check. Is it a rhombus?
Oh.
It's a very special rhombus. Just like it's a very special rectangle.
So we can call it a rhombus?
You can call it a very special rhombus.
It has all the checks.
All the checks.
All the checks are square.
All the bonus points go to square. Alright, switch over to page 4. Or the number 4, I think it's on the other page. What is this shape? What's the best name of shape number 4? Tricky. Aiden? That is a rhombus. That is a rhombus. What are some other names I could call rhombus? Its best name is rhombus. But what else could I say? Sabrina? Just think it. It is a quadrilateral. Anything else? Colin?
Rectangle.
Is it?
No.
Read the rules of rectangle. Read them out loud so we can check it off. Quadrilateral, check. Polygon, check. 2 sets of parallel sides, check. Do I have square corners on a rhombus? So is it a rectangle?
No.
Jackson? It is a parallelogram. Is a rhombus a square?
Yeah. It's a very special square.
No. Think about what I'm asking. Think. Is this rhombus
No.
a square? Tatiana?
No.
Why?
Because a square has 4 square corners.
Yes, ma'am. Does that have 4 square corners?
No.
That is not a square. This special version right here of a rhombus I can call a square. But this regular rhombus is not a square. Isn't that tricky?
Yeah.
Sabrina?
So it can't be called a rectangle.
It cannot be called a rectangle either because we're missing those square corners. Look at number 5. Don't y'all make up a shape on me. Bailey?
Quadrilateral.
I can definitely call that a quadrilateral.
Ooh.
What else could I call it? What else could I call that shape? Lindley?
Parallelogram.
Definitely a parallelogram. Two sides, or two sets, excuse me, of parallel sides. Aiden?
Square.
That is a square. All my sides are even. All my sides have four corners. Jackson?
Oh,
You were going to say square too. Can you think of something else it is? It is a rectangle. Have those two sets of parallel sides, those square corners. Gabriella?
Rhombus.
Rhombus. Look at that shape, but kind of turn your head a little sideways. What is that shape?
Parallelogram.
What is the best name for that shape? Ryan?
Square.
That is a square. I know you guys like to think that it's a diamond, but really it's just a square
Diamond is not a
sideways.
shape.
Diamond's not really a shape, no.
It's still
Just like if I pick up Madeline and I turn her upside down, or I turn her sideways, she is still Madeline.
not Maddie.
She is just sideways. All right, my last shape. Last shape.
Kite is not a shape.
Last shape. Yes, it is. We've already gone over this. Last shape.
You were here.
Hello. Last shape. Help me.
Oh.
Help me. Classify. Sabrina. Sabrina, you should be ready when you raise your hand. It is a quadrilateral. Anything else? Piper?
Parallelogram.
It is a parallelogram. Anything else? Gabriella?
Rectangle.
Is it?
The rectangle is a parallelogram.
A rectangle is a parallelogram, but is a parallelogram a rectangle? Yeah. That is the tricky part. That is the tricky part. Here's why. Gabriella is a third grader, but are all Gabriella's third graders?
No.
She is a special Gabriella. That fits in the third grader category.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just have to be very, very careful. Is that shape a square? No. Is that shape a rectangle?
Nope.
Is that shape a rhombus?
No.
No. The best name for that shape would be what?
Parallelogram.
Best name for that shape would be what? Haley? A parallelogram. Go ahead and glue both these pages in your notebook. If it's too long, you can cut them like this so that they fit in your notebook. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead and glue our categories into your notebook. If it's too wide, you can trim it. Columns, we have a couple different categories. We have four sides, both pairs of opposite sides parallel, both pairs of opposite sides the same length, four square corners, all sides the same length. So it's kind of like a multiplication chart. We're going to put one finger on the rule, one finger on the shape, and where they meet, if it's true, we're going to put an X. Okay? So you're going to put one finger on four sides, one finger on quadrilateral, and where they meet is right there. Do quadrilaterals have four sides? Yes. So we're going to put an X. That is a rule of a quadrilateral. All right, let's keep going. One finger on both pairs opposite sides, parallel. One finger on quadrilateral. This is tricky. What this is saying is that you have two sets of parallel sides. Do you have to have two sets of parallel sides to be a quadrilateral?
No.
Could you?
Yeah.
I could, but I do not have to. I'm not going to put an X. Both sides are the same length. Do I have to have equal sides for a quadrilateral?
Yeah.
Do all my sides have to be equal for a quadrilateral?
No.
I love that people are going back and looking to have this information. Do all my sides have to be equal in order for a shape to be called a quadrilateral?
No.
No. So I'm not going to put an X in that category. Next one, four square corners. Does a quadrilateral have to have 4 square corners?
No.
Yes? No?
Yes.
What are the rules of quadrilateral? Jackson, what are the rules?
The rules are 4 sides and 4 corners per polygon.
4 sides, 4 corners, polygon. That's it. So does a quadrilateral have to have 4 square corners?
Yes.
Listen to what I'm saying. Does it have to have 4 square corners?
Yes.
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 Is this a quadrilateral?
No.
Assuming that my things are connected
Well, yes.
and my lines are straight.
Yes.
That is a quadrilateral. There's no square corners on that.
No.
Is that shape a quadrilateral?
No.
Yes. That shape is a quadrilateral. You do not have to have square corners. I need corners, but they do not have to be square corners. Ooh, goodness. Alright, all sides the same length. Do all my sides have to be the same length if I'm making a quadrilateral?
No.
Could they?
Yes.
But do they have to?
No.
Really put one extra quadrilateral. Go through the categories and do parallelogram. Mark off the rules of a parallelogram. What are my 2 places I'm putting my X's? Colin, give me 1. 4 sides. Parallelogram has to have 4 sides. That is a rule. What's the other rule or attribute? Elliot? Two sets of parallel sides. That next one. Do they have to be the same length? No. Do they have to have square corners? No. Do all my sides have to be the same length?
Yes.
No. They don't have to. They could, but they don't have to. These are the have-tos. What about rhombus? See if you can mark off the rhombus. Rules of a rhombus. Rules of a rhombus. What did you mark off? Naviana?
All sides are the same length.
All sides of a rhombus are the same length. Very good. Very tricky. A rhombus has all sides the same length. Make sure you have that one checked off. Piper?
4 sides.
4 sides. Rhombus does have to have 4 sides. Anything else? Gabriella?
Both pairs of opposite sides are the same length.
Yep. Opposite sides are the same length. Good. Anything else? Jackson?
Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel.
Yeah. 2 sets of parallel sides. So your rhombus should look like this. Make sure you have those categories marked off. Alright, I want you to finish this out. Do rectangle and square. Go through and mark off those categories. Rectangle and square. Think about it. Think about it. Rectangles have to have 4 sides. Very good. What else for rectangles, Lindley? Both sets of opposite sides are parallel. Very good. You can put it anywhere on my desk.
I separated them, you and her.
Works for me. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. What else? Ryan?
4 square corners.
4 square corners. Very good. What else? Piper?
All sides. No, wait.
There's one more and it's tricky. Jackson?
Both pairs of opposite sides the same length.
So it says opposite sides are the same length. Santiago, sit up. So if I'm drawing a rectangle, this side and this side, they're the same length. And this side are the same length. So opposite sides are the same. Are all sides the same? No. But the opposite sides are. So we're going to put an X here. What about square? What about square? Emily? 4 sides. What else, Colin?
Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel.
2 sets of parallel sides. What else, Tatiana?
All sides are the same.
All sides are the same length. What else? Lindley?
4 square corners.
4 square corners. Anything else? Sabrina?
All sides are the same.
I got all sides are the same length. Anything else? Ava?
Both pairs of opposite sides.
The opposite sides of a square are the same, right? This side and that side are equal. That side and that side are equal. Square has a lot of rules. That very special square. Once your chart looks like my chart, you may glue it in your notebook. If you need to trim it a little bit, you may. If you need to go on the next page, you may. Don't turn it sideways, though. I do not want it sideways. You're going to have to trim it.